Hello everyone, welcome back to the Welsknight Patreon server, finally. First things first, I want to apologise because I think this will be, after 2 or 3 weeks, this will be my first recap. But I want to apologise, you know, real life gets in the way. But with that out of the way, let's move on to what I've been doing for the past, well, almost a month. First thing you might notice is the textures are all different. It looks very old, but at the same time, pretty good. This is Fwip's texture pack, or should I say resource pack. It's just for me to get used to it, because eventually I want to essentially take his texture pack with all like the overlays and the fences and whatnot, but update them to the version 2 or version 3 textures so it's up to date and looks much better than default. The most notable change being the nether brick is black, which brings me on to my next point, in the fact that I am in the process of turning all the roofs into nether brick, which means I stripped out all the dark oak planks or stairs or just planks, and replace the buttons, which you can see over there, with redstone, because if I went back to the default texture pack, the redstone blends it fairly well, but it's good enough. But no, I've also been working on paths. You can see it's a mixture of cobblestone, andesite and gravel. I think I covered that. But I've been going around putting all the fences down the side, adding all of the pink tulips because I have a fair amount. I don't know if they're in my ender chest, I'll quickly check. No, they're not. Okay, they'll be. But yeah, I have almost 2 shulkers full, thanks to Aletha's shop, which I think we'll give a tour of everything else actually after we're done with my base, because it's been a while. But no, I've been adding a lot more houses, you know, pass up to them. Interiors, I'll leave till last because they're not completely necessary. It's what's on the outside that matters. A lot of just mini details, you know, barrels, logs that have been tied down with rope or rails in this case, hiding lighting on the carpets. That's been quite a good thing. Oh, I'll quickly sleep. Don't want any creepers blowing me up because, well, I'm now up to 28 deaths because, well, yeah. No, this is my blacksmith. I'm pretty sure I showed this, but, you know, I think it looks nice because I'm trying to use both spruce logs and dark oak logs to give a little bit of variation. If we come over here, this is my super smelter I've been using for a while, but if we continue down this path, you can see this new building, which is, first of all, not complete on the inside, but it's a library, so, you know, all the bookshelves are needed, which is why it's not complete, because I'm not made of emeralds or leather. But this will be, you know, an idea where I don't have any signs on me, but you put a oh well, put a sign here saying Curse of Binding or Aqua Infinity. That would be where you'd store all the enchanted books. If you got upstairs, I've not put any railings up here yet or anything, but you know, bookshelves will be here, some sort of roof thing. But we also have an enchantment table, which I'll probably never use because I don't plan to lose my stuff. But no, so that's been one of the larger things I've been working on. If we walk back this way and down this path, you'll see this, the church, which I must say with this texture pack looks really nice. They really look like planks, but if we walk into the graveyard, you can see I'm very prepared for how many times I'm going to die. But I've also planted and put a grave down for every single death I've had. So creeper, zombie, players, a lot of players, physics, wings, lag, elytra, also lag, confused me for a second. So most of these are being lagged out with elytra and falling to my death. And then we've started calling it being notched. If you fall from a great place, you've been notched. But no, this is my most recent death by creeper. Which brings me on to my next point. Well, we'll tell the library first. You can see, not library, church. Words are hard. But no, you can see a lot of pink tulips around. A nice little, planting some trees down, a couple benches, you know. Fill up the space because wasn't enough space for a house and it didn't quite fit. You can see interior nowhere near to being completed, but there'll be a nice stand here where the bishop, might be bishop, I'm not quite sure, does his speeches and whatnot. And then, like I said, they've been adding a lot more houses. This one was a work in progress, but I've sorted out my shulkers now. So we have just normal wood, we've got a spruce one, I believe in my ender chest, we've got a dark oak one, valuables, other valuables, and then these purple ones, my tulip ones, this is wool, and so on. As meant to be villager trades, but it usually gets filled up with junk. But that is essentially what I've been working on. If we manage to take off. I don't think I've done any work over in the industrial district at all. But if we pop through the nether portal, which reminds me is now in my warehouse, because it was in the way of, I want to say the library, I think it was. But if we pop through the nether, I hate the old textures, which is glad I'm going to be changing them at some point. We could take you on a tour of the shopping district, because I know that a lot's been popping up there, and I want to show you sort of, you know, where I've been buying things. So, I'll meet you back there. And as we go through the portal... Ooh. That's not good. Oh well. We'll try and ignore them. But no. Ah, they've decorated for Christmas, I see. Bit too early, yeah, in my eyes, but I've bought a lot of nether brick from here. Where is it? Here it is. They've changed up the stacks because I bought it for quite a lot, but I've also been buying netherrack as well because I can smelt that in my super smelter. 4 diamonds, I think. I want to say Leggy sells them for much less, but I also buy a lot of dark oak and spruce in here. But if we continue down this path, I really like the sandstone texture. It's much darker and it looks really nice. But if we swim over here, this is a leaf to the shop. Close the door behind us, and it's 1 diamond for a stack. So I've bought a fair few tulips, it's safe to say. Whilst we're here, I'm going to check my shops, most notably the heads, hats, and banners. No one's bought any flags. I need to put some more in, actually. Ooh, that does not look good. Well, no one's bought these, which are pretty glitchy. Somebody can't read? I will fix that. I will do that at some point. No one's bought these heads, which I bought from somebody else and now send them off. You may be wondering, I think I've looked in this chest quite a lot. Why Domain hasn't collected his diamonds yet? He's struggling with university Wi-Fi, so he's only going to be around, you know, Christmas holidays, stuff like that. If we head over here to my second one. Ooh, somebody's bought 20 tokens. Let's see. So that's 5 of them. 6, 7. So that's 11. Okay, so they only spent 11 of them. Put them there for now. No, it's a nice 7 diamonds. Very handy indeed. But I don't think I buy anything. Oh, where is it? The wool shop here, I bought a couple of stacks from. Because there's 2 stacks for a diamond, and that is an absolute bargain. Usually dye it whichever colour I want, which has been green as of recently. And if we head down here. Wes out. Somebody else bought him out, but he's upped his prices because people were selling. Well, he was selling out far too quickly. But as for plans, as I run back to my base, me and Proteus are going to be very soon, hopefully, working on the roads for the municipal district, which will be good. Can finally get the PLEA headquarters set up, the Potato License Enforcement Agency, run by me and Domain. As for plans for my base, I'm going to set up a barracksy sort of military area, probably towards the edge of my claim, and then just adding more builds that you would commonly see, you know, a butcher's, a baker's, maybe a windmill in the farming-y district area. But no, and then just adding more houses to fill up the space, adding more tulips, probably gifting Aletha another stack of diamonds like I've probably done already, and just slowly working on it. So I hope you enjoyed that. Leave a comment down below, down here, whether you prefer me to go back to the version 2 textures, keep using FWIPs, or don't even bother making my own, but I'd like to see how that at least turns out before anyone makes a judgment, including myself. But no, I hope you have enjoyed this. It may be fairly short, I can't quite work out, but I hope you enjoyed my, well, 3-week recap. 3-week recap, that's a tongue twister. But no, I will see you guys hopefully next week. Goodbye.